The second to last thing you want to hear 27 minutes into your flight is we need to land due to mechanical errors. This falls second only, of course, to looking out your window and seeing the mechanical error is your wing on fire. The Southwest Airlines flight to Houston was able to return to the ground safely, where I'm sure passengers were quick to change their underwear before boarding their new plane to get to Cancun. How was your flight? Fiery, hot, full of excitement, and of course they ran out of those tiny little pretzels. The question I have for officials is, what's the worst meal to have on an airplane? A hard-boiled egg sandwich or a sloppy Joe sandwich? No napkins. No napkins. Here we go. Adam is ready to go. He's our resident foodie. Adam has spent a lot of times on airplanes and loves food. So, go.
So I will tell you right now, I love a good sloppy Joe sandwich. I would normally pick a sloppy Joe sandwich over a hard-boiled egg sandwich. But if I'm sitting on a plane for a few hours, or I just got back from a trip, I was on a 15-hour flight.
To Cleveland.
Yeah, ooh, long flight. Then you don't have a choice. You have to do the hard-boiled egg sandwich, especially if you can't get up because there's turbulence. I don't want to sit like this the whole time.
So you're saying sloppy Joe is the worst choice?
I would say sloppy Joe is the worst choice to have on an airplane. Although I will say I was sitting next to a man on a flight who was eating fish. That's a whole other story. I would consider. I would say if there was a C answer, then it would be the fish. But I would say sloppy Joe just for an airplane. For right here on the Over the Edge set, give me a sloppy Joe.
Any day, any day. All right, take it easy, Charlie. Danya, how about you?
I don't know. I was kind of leaning towards what you were saying too, but I'm very considerate of people around me, and I feel like a hard-boiled egg sandwich is going to smell very bad in a closed can in the air called an airplane. I'm going to go with the worst sandwich is the egg sandwich, actually.
Hard-boiled eggs don't smell. It's not like egg salad. It's not. It doesn't.
Hard-boiled eggs smell.
They smell. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I know they smell because I was
How old are your eggs?
I was that kid that would bring a hard-boiled egg to lunch.
Really?
Yeah, and I could crack that baby open at the lunch table. Everyone's like, "Whoa, boy, here we go again. Here we go again." Yeah, I was that
Jeff's
guy.
here.
Yeah, I was that
Look how
guy.
you turned out.
Yeah, look, it worked out for me. Hard-boiled eggs. Eat your eggs, kids.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think a hard-boiled egg is the worst one to bring, for sure. I'll take my chances with the sloppy Joe.
All right, so sloppy Joe, you're keeping it self-contained. The only mess it's making is on you.
On me.
Whereas a hard-boiled egg sandwich is disrupting a general area.
In a can.
In a can,
in the
which
air.
that'll recycle back to row 34.
Exactly.
Right.
How about you, Christian?
Listen, are we going to pretend?
We are going to listen.
Okay, thank you.
That's,
I
that's why I
appreciate
asked
it.
you.
I think that planes are already so filthy and gross anyway. It's not going to bother me if I get a little bit of food on my hands and on my mouth. If anything coming out of a 15-hour flight, the people at customs they'll think it's funny when I get off and have sloppy Joe on my mouth.
Have you met people at customs? I don't know if they think it's funny.
Maybe not true. However, I'm not doing the boiled sandwich or the boiled egg sandwich for the same reason that you are. The odor. Planes are not that big. It does not take a huge odor for it to just fill up the entire plane, and next thing you know, everybody's riding like this. So no, catch me with a sloppy Joe all day, being sloppy in my seat. And I try not to get up to go to the bathroom anyway when I'm flying, so I'll just be a nice little mess all to my contained self
All
right
right,
there.
so I'm glad you brought that part up because I do feel like your seat position in the row could indicate where you go with this.
For sure.
Okay, yeah.
Like if you're doing a sloppy, for me, if I was doing sloppy Joe, I'd want to be on the aisle seat so I could get out easily without disrupting people to clean up.
Oh.
Well, I would say.
So does seat position change your answers?
It could, yeah. See, now I'm on the opposite. If I was stuck on the aisle, I would do the hard-boiled egg sandwich because I don't want to have to keep getting up, people getting in and out of the aisle while I'm eating my messy sandwich.
I've never thought about that because in first class you just have one seat.
Ooh! Boom! Pinkies up if you have the means, Adam says. I only fly first class.
I'm just kidding. I'm honestly
No, you're
just
not.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't
He's
want-
not.
Do you request that the flight attendants call you Charlie?
Oh, sick
Wow,
burn. And we're
this
just
is
piling.
ping-pong between us.
We're piling it on. We're piling it on. Okay, so seat position could play into it.
Totally.
If you're in the middle seat, you shouldn't be eating anything at this point.
Your day's already ruined. You're in the middle
Right,
seat.
basically.
It's not going to get any worse.
Starve.
So nobody agrees with me.
No.
They both feel.
It's because we're considerate of other people on the
Right.
plane, Adam. We are not in first class like
Now,
you.
let me throw this last one at you before we see what the public had to say. But what if you're getting on the plane and you know, like, man, my stomach's not good and I got gas? Now you get the egg sandwich because that can mask the fact that you could be like letting loose the whole time, right?
Okay.
That you're playing.
You're really thinking of this in layers.
Hey, if we're gonna send it over the edge, we gotta make sure we've unpacked this
That's a
entire
level of
thing.
strategizing I hadn't even gone to.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Think about it. Think about
Jeff
it.
is saying it from experience. When
Yeah,
he said
think
to
of
eat
it.
his boiled
And like I
eggs
said,
at
I
lunch.
was that kid. Man. I had the.
Can I say? I think I'm changing my answer.
Oh.
I think after this heated, really intellectual discussion, I do believe that the sloppy Joe is the.
Better. So the egg is the worst.
I do
All right.
think the egg is
So
the
we're
worst.
all
now
in
that I'm
on
thinking
egg?
about it.
We're all in on egg?
Boom.
All right, let's see
Thank
what
you
you
for
guys at
enlightening
home
me,
had to
guys.
say
You're
about
welcome.
sandwiches on airplanes. Here we go. 44% said the egg sandwich was the worst, whereas
What?
56% of you went with sloppy Joe.
Should have kept my answer.
Should have kept your answer. You remember that in school they always tell you go with your first instinct? Well, this is one of those scenarios. You should always go with your first instincts.
Darn.
Maybe if you roll the sleeves down, you'll have better luck in the next one.
That's it.
Don't
That's
go
it.
anywhere. We'll be right back after the break where we're going to talk about Snoop Dogg and some ice cream and a bunch of other things that need to be pushed over the edge. Don't go anywhere.